Welcome, my artistic friends of the interwebs. I'm going to give you a quick studio tour. I've decided to create a new winter studio. It's going to start getting cold next month or so, and being out in my garage, basically, no. So this is going to be in my house. I don't like being in the basement. My original winter studio was in my basement, and it just didn't have the kind of light I wanted. So this is a smaller bedroom in my house that is now a studio. By the way, real quick, this is an actual Hannah Matthews original painting. Unfortunately, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. It got this tear in it. So I just put it on my wall to get it out of the way, and hopefully she'll come here and repair that. I don't think it'll be tough for her to repair, but it definitely needs repaired. I just can't, yeah, you can see that. You see that tear there? Yeah, it's a beautiful painting. She's an amazing artist. Anyway, this is something I'm working on. It's fairly large. It'll be obviously a dancer. So I gotta get back to that project. Oh, that's another Hannah Matthews. And then there's a plein air painting that I have on the wall. This is a large painting, oil painting that I did of, I think it's an oil painting. Might be acrylic, but I think it's oil. Anyway, it's an angel's painting. For the most part, I got a big mess going on in here. Oh God, this is something I did. It's one of the first oil paintings I ever did. And I mean, yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think. I may actually go back to working on it. Yeah, it's possible. You know, it's one of those things. This is actually a Heidi Matthews piece. Heidi, amazing artist in her own right. Okay, some stuff I have done on the floor. I need to go back out to Wildwood Park and finish this. It's almost done. It's a plein air painting I did. I got to finish the steps, do a couple of other little things, and then voila. Okie dokie, what's on the easel at the moment? By the way, I had a question from somebody. The last plein air festival that I did, somebody asked me, actually it was a photographer from the Toledo Blade, asked me why these, he said, why do everybody around here have these easels? Well, this is called a French easel. And back in the mid 1800s, everybody painted in studios. Nobody painted outside. So you didn't have the Monets and Renoir, I think, still did most of this stuff in a studio. But the outdoor stuff was literally created by this French easel. It's just something that you can pack up small, take some supplies with you, and have an easel on to go. And that really kind of opened up painting to the outdoor world. Yeah. Anyway, French easels. I've got a couple of them. I've got a few, actually. And you can't really see here, but on the back of them, they'll say either O or W. O for oil and W for water. Okay, now this I wanted to talk about because this is what's currently on my easel. It's a 16 by 20 canvas, stretched canvas. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to say as far as the actual work itself, other than people were a little confused because there were a couple of people actually, who were like, it's done, it's finished, I love it. And thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. But all of this here, this is all gesso. Okay, so everything that looks this color is gesso. Okay. What is gesso? Gesso is a primer. And primers are designed to have paint stick to them. Just like, if you prime your car, you prime it before you paint it. Otherwise, the paint won't stick to it. Same principle. The thing about gesso is that because it's designed to help things stick to it, you can't really use it as a paint. I tinted the gesso is typically white. It's kind of like a chalk and oil mixture. I tinted this gesso this blue-green color. And I did it for whatever reason I did it. But I can't just leave it like that because see how it's picked up the smudges from, this is basically just from me moving the canvas from side to side where, readjusting the canvas. And what little paint I had on my hand stuck right to it. Yeah. So, and here's the other thing too for people. And like I said, I appreciate your guys' thought. Every window here is just gessoed. It needs to be painted over like that. I can leave a little gesso, but not much. Yeah. This is a billboard on top of this building that has nothing on it right now. It needs to be finished. Each window pane is going to need to have a bit of paint on it, and I will definitely do that. This person needs to have some paint on him or her. I will definitely do that. So, also, I was going to go into this. It's kind of hard to really see, but when I start an oil paint, because this is an oil painting, when I start an oil painting, I thin the paint out. Okay, so I basically draw my painting, and then I start filling in the blanks. But that paint that I put on there is oil paint is thinned out really, really thin. Now, what's the problem with that? Well, because it needs another layer. The next layer will have not thinner in it, but oil. A linseed oil type of oil. A painter's oil. And, I mean, not a lot of oil, but a little oil to make it easier to apply. So if I was to stop right here, this would be very, very, very thin. And, I don't know that, I don't know. Some people like that. But you see what I'm talking about? See underneath that window pane there? Very, very thin. Plus I got to add some shadow effects to the sidewalks to make them look more like sidewalks. And I'm thinking, see, this is a parking meter. He's standing out by the street. I know my buddy Steve from Blooming Crazy Bar and Grill thought that he was on a rooftop, which I could understand that, especially with the way the sidewalks are right now. But no, he's standing on the street. I think I'm gonna make this meter a little bigger, the head of the meter, and then actually probably twice as big, or bring it up to that yellow line. But on this side, I'm thinking the rear end of a car. So he'll be standing down there by the meter in the back of a car, smoking a smoke. Or as the British say, smoking a fag. Yeah. Oh, anyway, yeah, for those of you who thought that this was finished or should be finished, I mean, I'm not opposed to painting the figure blue or whatever. I'm not opposed to that at all. It'd look, in my opinion, it would look very illustrated. And I'm not entirely positive that I want to go for illustrated, Yeah. Anyway, I do like that. That's actually a finished painting of hers, of Hannah's. I gotta finish this. It's the high level bridge. I've started painting it for middle grounds. That's done in a gouache. And yeah, I got to add in the buildings and all that stuff. I don't know, it's kind of a Turner-ish in that it's kind of hazy, I don't know if you don't know art, you probably don't even know who Turner is, to be honest with you. Been dead for a long time. Anyway, Bobo says, I want to go outside. I better let him outside. Everybody take it. Say bye, Bobo. Bye-bye.